So we'll move to the next session. Now we will work on the third eye center, brow center. Earlier we worked on Mamakara, then Ahankara, now we will work on the relationship you share with your Ahankara and Mamakara. Understand? The relationship you share with your inner identity and the identity you project outside. If both of them are aligned, the brow center is active, high energy expresses through you. If both of them have conflict, non-integrated, inauthentic, then Agnya Chakra collapses. Inside you, you always project yourself lower than what you are. And outside you, you always project yourself higher than what you are. Please listen. Inside you always project yourself lower than what you are. Outside you always project yourself higher than what you are. The brow center is blocked when your Mamakara and Ahankara are not aligned. Whenever there is a mismatch in what you believe as you inside you and what you project as you outside you, you are living with failure. Understand? This right word I will use. Your plan for life is failure. Please understand, if you plan for miracles, miracles will go on be happening in your life. If you plan for failure, failures will go on be happening in your life. It's like a sword which is sharp on both sides, rubbing you constantly. On one side, the inauthenticity of your Mamakara is pulling you down. On the other side, the inauthenticity of your Ahankara is pulling you down. Please listen. When you don't integrate these two, your Mamakara and Ahankara, in both places you will be shrinking. If you align both, the first thing will happen is you don't need to remember how you need to project you. That's the biggest relief. I tell you, even in the sleep or waking state, I don't need to remember at all how I should project me. I just wake up and come out. Because the Mamakara and Ahankara are so aligned, I don't need to remember constantly how I should project me. That's the first freedom will happen to you. That's what I call easy going. In easy going, you don't need to remember how you need to project you. In e-going, every inch for you to go, you need to remember. Either life is easy going or egoing. How to align the inner identity and outer identity. First, you need to understand both the pieces, and you have to know what kind of a connection they enjoy, or they may not even have connection. When your Ajna chakra is collapsed, you are wounded on both sides, wounded on outside and inside both. The easy going life does not happen. You can see very clearly people who are egoistic, they become very serious and diseased. Their ahankara and mamakara is not even matching. Their ahankara is in Mysore and mamakara is in Bangalore. Forget about both of them connected in any way. At least Bangalore, Mysore is connected by road. It is not even connected by road. How to align them? It takes little realigning of your life for which you are afraid. That is where the problem is. You just have to decide you are not going to be doing the drama of having mamakara and ahankara separate. I am not saying you should be true to your mamakara. Whatever you feel inside you as you, just tell that, show it to the outside. No, because what you feel inside as a equal lies than what you show as outside. What you show as outside, if there's a 50 lies in that, what you feel as inside you, that also has a 50 lies. One of the biggest problem human beings face is they think we should just show what we are from inside. Even inside you are not what you are. What will you do about that? Even what you feel as you inside is not what you are. So aligning means if you want to stick two things, in both you have to put a Fevicol. So for alignment, both needs to be aligned. First thing, remove lies from both. Don't try to make your inner identity just like outer identity or outer identity just like inner identity. When I say aligning, what usually you will first try to do? Outside you show you are a courageous person. Then what you do? You try inside also, let me become courageous. You tell yourself, I am courageous, I am courageous, I am courageous. That is what is positive thinking. All positive thinking is loose thinking. No, that is not going to work. And otherwise you think, all right, inside I am a powerless fellow, I will show the same way outside. Then you start telling, see, what am I? Oh, nothing works. And you bring inauspiciousness to you and anybody who sees you. They don't even need to come in your breathing space. Just if they see you, that's enough. Align what you feel as you inside and outside. How you know? Not by pushing the outer identity inside or not by pulling inner identity outside. No. All of you understand the mistake you usually do? I am giving you one example. Inside, you are very frightened, outside very courageous. Then what you do? You try to, aligning means, oh, inside I will tell myself, I am courageous, I am courageous, I am courageous. Then when the problem comes, I am courageous, I am courageous, I am courageous, I am courageous. No, that is not aligning. That is what you do in the name of positive thinking. No, really. All known positive thinking techniques are nothing but the junk of the outer identity, which is supposed to be discarded even from outer identity, is being inserted forcibly into your inner identity. Like what you took out through enema is being inserted through the injection. No, I am giving you the very visual. Which you took out through enema is supposed to be removed from your house itself. But you get a glucose bottle. What do you call? IV. And send the whole thing inside. That is what is your positive thinking. How many of you are practicing positive thinking? Raise your hand. Everyone practicing positive thinking? Practice positive thinking. Please raise your hand. Let me see. No. No, that is what is positive thinking. Most of the time, the lies of your outer identity, which was rejected by your inner identity, you think that chunk should be infused into your inner identity. No. Whatever is rejected in your outer identity by inner identity, that is lie. Throw it away. Whatever is rejected in your inner identity by the outer identity, that's a lie. Throw it away. Your positive thinking is not aligning. There's another one thing you try to do to align. Go on talking about what you think as you to others. That is what you do lying down in the couch of the psychiatrist. And that poor junk listens to all the junk from you. You think by telling whatever you feel as you are becoming authentic. No. Whatever you think as you is not you. Neither by pulling the inner identity outside, nor by pushing outer inside, you are going to align between outer and inner identity. This is the first lesson you need to know. You need to know how alignment will not happen. Only then I can teach you how alignment can happen. How many of you tried this wrong alignment? This is like you try to fly by pulling your shoelaces. You decide you should fly. That's the first statement. Second thing, how to fly? If you pull yourself, you can fly. Third, what is the best way? My shoelaces, come. You know where will you fall. Trying to fly by pulling the shoelaces is not going to work. Then what is the way to align? Whatever you show as outer identity and not accepted by the inner identity. Like if you show what you show to the outer world, if you pen down, there are many characters, many things your inner identity will not accept. Hey, it is not true, it is not true, it is not true. Then through all that, say, I will not project all this anymore. I will not empower all this anymore. I will not repeat words or actions which shows these parts. And same way, write an essay about your inner identity. What do you think as you, feel as you? Many things your outer identity will reject in that. You will say, I am a frightened guy. So many ideas you will be having. I am a coward, I run away and all that. But your outer identity suddenly will tell, no, it is not the case. Many times we won the game. Many times we showed courage. Please understand. Aligning of both identities will literally end up in no identity. Understand? Will end up in no identity. It is like Gopas. They have beaten each other and killed their whole generation, their whole civilization. Nobody outside came and killed. See, always in the war, it is never decided who is right. It's only decided who is left. War does not decide who is right. It only decides who is left. Usually in the war, somebody comes and kills, and the person who kills others, they are left alive. But the Gopas had unique war. Dwaraka, the Krishna's civilization, Krishna's disciples, Krishna's, or I can say Krishna's citizens. They killed each other and finally nothing was left. Same way, drop whatever complaint your inner identity does about outer identity. And drop whatever complaint your outer identity has about inner identity. Understand? I usually do this drama. Two brahmacharis who don't get along with each other, I put both of them in one department. And they both train each other. My job is done. They can't tolerate each other. They can't stand each other. Just put both of them together. Because once they train each other, my job is done.